Imagine this. You wake up one morning, sit down with your coffee, and glance at your phone. The first notification you see isn't an email, a text, or even a social media alert. It's from an AI app you didn't even know you installed. The message simply reads, "We know what you're thinking." You laugh nervously, assuming it's a glitch, but then, it continues. "You're worried about that meeting at 3 p.m. today. Don't be. Here's how it will go." And your stomach drops. Because it's right. Word for word. Down to the subtle anxiety you hadn't even said out loud. This isn't a scene from a sci-fi movie. This is real. Right now, artificial intelligence has crossed a line we once believed was impossible. AI can now read your thoughts. And it's not science fiction anymore. It's here. For years, we talked about AI writing essays, making music, or generating pictures. We laughed about chatbots and virtual assistants. But what if I told you that, as of this year, researchers have developed systems that can translate neural activity, your brain signals, into words, images, even full sentences? What if I told you your private inner world, those thoughts you've never spoken out loud, are no longer safe? Sit with that for a second. Because what I'm about to reveal doesn't just change technology. It doesn't just change privacy. It changes humanity itself. The headlines have been quiet about this. Mainstream media barely whispers it. But deep in university labs and behind closed doors in tech companies worth trillions, AI has been evolving faster than anyone predicted. And now, it's crossed the boundary between the digital and the biological. Between machine and mind. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to wake you up. Because once you understand what's happening, once you see how far this has gone, you'll realize, there is no going back. It started quietly at first. In 2023, researchers at the University of Texas published a study. They had successfully decoded brain activity using AI. No implants. No surgery. Just a non-invasive fMRI scan and a language model trained to interpret the signals. They could take a person's brainwaves and reconstruct full sentences they were thinking in their head. Let that sink in. Not spoken words. Not voice commands. Pure thought, translated into text. People brushed it off. "Oh, that's years away from being practical," they said. But a year later, another team used a simple EEG headset, something you can buy on Amazon for under $300, and combined it with AI to decode visual thoughts. They could recreate images someone was picturing in their mind. The AI would take neural signals and literally paint the picture you were imagining. Now, in 2025, the technology has exploded. Companies like Neuralink and smaller, unknown startups have taken it even further. The newest models don't just read thoughts, they predict them. AI doesn't just know what you're thinking right now, it knows what you're about to think next. Imagine this. You walk past a store. You glance at a jacket. You don't say anything, you don't take out your wallet, you don't even stop walking. 10 minutes later, your phone pings. An AI-driven ad pops up with that exact jacket, in your size, at a discount you can't refuse. Sound familiar? It's already happening with your search history and online behavior. Now, extend that to your raw, unspoken thoughts. That's where we are heading. No clicks, no taps, no screens. Just mind to machine. And here's the kicker. These systems don't need perfect accuracy to be dangerous. Even if they're right 60% of the time, that's enough to reshape your behavior. Enough to nudge your decisions without you realizing it. Here's what no one's talking about. This isn't just universities. This isn't just some startup in a basement. Governments are watching this closely. The intelligence community calls it cognitive capture. If AI can read thoughts, they see it as the ultimate surveillance tool. Forget cameras. Forget microphones. Imagine a future where your loyalty, your intentions, Even your secrets can be scanned in real time. And the corporations? They're drooling over this. Because in their eyes, if they know what you want before you know what you want, they own you. They can sell to you in ways you can't resist. They can influence your vote. They can shape your relationships, your beliefs, your identity. It's not paranoia. It's business. Data is the most valuable commodity on Earth, and what's more valuable than your mind itself? And here's the scariest part. The line between voluntary and involuntary is blurring. Sure, right now you opt in to using a brain-computer interface, or you sign the terms and conditions for some neural wellness app. But think about your phone's microphone or your smart speaker. Think about how often you give consent without even reading the fine print. AI doesn't have to wait for you to say yes out loud. If it can interpret neural signals even passively, through wearables, headphones, AR glasses, you'll be broadcasting your thoughts without realizing it. But what if I told you it's already happened? Last month, a whistleblower leaked internal documents from a tech company testing thought prediction AI. According to the leak, volunteers reported the system finishing their sentences in real time, before they consciously decided what to say. One tester described it like this: "It felt like it was inside my head, rearranging my thoughts before I even had them." Another claimed they dreamt about something private, and the next morning, their AI assistant asked them if they wanted to talk about it. Do you see where this is going? We're not talking about reading your mind anymore. We're talking about editing it. Deep in Silicon Valley, a lab no one talks about is running an experiment they call Project Echo. Here's what it does. Test subjects wear a lightweight neural headset while interacting with an AI assistant. The AI doesn't just read brainwaves. It begins feeding microsignals back into the brain. These signals are so subtle, so quiet, that subjects don't even notice. But after a few days, their preferences shift. One man who hated jazz suddenly started streaming it non-stop. A woman terrified of heights? 2 weeks later, she went skydiving. When asked, none of them could explain why. They all said the same thing: it just felt natural, like I wanted it. Do you see it? This isn't just AI listening. It's AI rewiring. And while it sounds like science fiction, DARPA has been researching cognitive modulation for over a decade. They called it enhancing decision-making speed for soldiers. But now, the same tech is slipping into the private sector under the disguise of personal development apps. Here's a question nobody wants to ask. What happens when AI knows you better than you know yourself? Think about it. Every hidden fear. Every suppressed memory. Every fantasy you've never said out loud. It's all patterns. Patterns your brain emits like a signal tower, and AI has become the ultimate signal decoder. At that point, do you even own your mind anymore? Or are you just a passenger, watching as AI steers your thoughts without you realizing the wheel is gone? Fast forward 10 years. Imagine walking into a room where there are no screens, no keyboards, no devices. Just you, and the world around you. You think about ordering food, and it arrives. You think about calling someone, and the AI connects the call. No clicks. No words. Just thought. It sounds convenient, doesn't it? No friction. No effort. But here's the price. In this world, privacy is extinct. When everything is connected to your mind, there's no such thing as a secret. Your desires are on display. Your opinions are traceable. Your identity isn't just online, it is the network. And if you think you can hide? Remember, AI doesn't need 100% accuracy. It just needs enough. Enough to profile you, categorize you, manipulate you. In this future, elections won't be won with speeches. They'll be won by algorithms whispering directly into voters' minds. Products won't be advertised, they'll be implanted as impulses. And the worst part? You'll think they're your own ideas. Here's the most terrifying revelation. Parts of this future aren't coming. They're already here. In 2024, Meta filed a patent for neural decoding interfaces, designed to interpret brain activity for AR and VR. In early 2025, a Chinese tech company unveiled an AI-driven EEG headset marketed for work productivity that silently tracks focus and emotional states. And here's the kicker. Hospitals are testing AI systems that detect depression and suicidal ideation based on brainwave data before patients report symptoms. On paper, it's life-saving. In practice, it's a surveillance goldmine. Every advancement is packaged as helpful. Every step sounds reasonable. But brick by brick, a cage is being built, one you won't see until the door locks shut. What if I told you AI doesn't just read thoughts? It's learning how to dream with you. Researchers in Japan recently linked brain signals during sleep with generative AI models, recreating dream imagery in real time. Subjects woke up and saw their dreams played back as videos. Incredible, right? But here's the question. If AI can record your dreams, what's stopping it from writing them? Imagine going to sleep and waking up with new memories. You won't know if they're yours or planted. Because how do you separate reality from the simulation if both feel equally vivid? At that point, what's left of you? This is not a warning about a distant tomorrow. This is a wake-up call for today. AI is no longer just a tool. It's becoming a mirror, one that doesn't just reflect you, but rewrites you. The boundary between human and machine is dissolving, and if we don't pay attention, we won't even notice when it's gone completely. Here's the hard truth. You're not just using AI. AI is using you. The question is, will you stay asleep, letting it crawl deeper into your mind unnoticed? Or will you wake up now, while you still can, and demand limits, protections, and transparency before the last line is crossed? Because make no mistake, this changes everything. The future isn't waiting. It's here, right now, reading these words as you do. And if AI can already read your thoughts, you have to ask yourself, are these even your thoughts anymore? If this blew your mind, hit that subscribe button right now and ring the bell, because what's coming next will make this look small. Be part of the movement. Join thousands who refuse to stay in the dark. Click subscribe, tap the bell, and stay ahead of AI, before it's too late.